Also, yeah, I think that's it. You want to jump into chapter four? I don't have a whole heck of a lot. Neurodharma. That's another unfinished story we had there.
Yes.
Before I got into Josh Shapiro and thanking him for the world's most boring highway. I was like, I can't listen to this guy talk about meditation because I will fall asleep and get run over by an 18 wheeler.
So neurodharma, it's more sciency?
It's a book that I picked up on our retreat in the
Oh, yeah,
hippie
yeah, that's why it sounded familiar. Okay.
in the patchouli smelling bookstore, which I love, by the way. Um, so
I love
it
patchouli.
is it's about, like, it shows you kind of both sides of the coin. So this is a mystical tradition of a path to enlightenment, very Buddhist
Mhm.
teachings. But on the flip side, it's a demonstration of, this is what I'm doing with my hands.
I see. Yeah, you're
If you can,
pancaking.
if you
You're
can,
waffle machining because
exactly,
that's what you do with a
exactly,
waffle machine.
Mistine. Um, so it presents all of the kind of neuroscience behind it. Like, meditation will give you that, like, these things. It will, give you a little bit of inner strength to handle all of these other things. And it's because of what it's doing inside your brain. And here is all of the scientific evidence to support
Yeah.
that.
That's what Altered Traits was the one book I found that talks about what actually changes in your brain.
Yes, very cool.
So, if do you think we should do I
No,
need to get
no,
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 okay,
no,
no. Okay.
no, no. Um,
Okay.
I, I, I like a book about science, and I like a book about Buddha. I am struggling with this guy.
Oh, okay.
It might be because I'm trying to read it, and it might be one of those books that's just too, like, it might be that I already kind of know what he's gonna say, and
Yeah.
I want him to speed up a little. Like, maybe
Yeah.
if I listen to it at like 1.5 times the
Oh,
speed,
yeah.
because I know some people will do that with a podcast to get it over faster.
Yeah.
Imagine us on 2 times.
Brrrr.
It's just what it sounds like. Can't do it. Can't roll my R's. Will never speak a foreign language. But if you are interested in that topic, he seems very knowledgeable, and the book is, like, very well represented, I think, is the way I would put it.
I
Cool.
have to be honest. I feel like this one's taking a very long time to get anywhere with, and I don't seem to be pulled very much into it.
Um, because it's a bit repetitive, and you kind of have to be in on what happens on their road trip. Like, if you think of it more of a road trip story rather than a how to meditate story, it
Okay.
gets a bit more compelling. So,
Okay.
do you want to hear about chapter four?
Yeah, I do.
Um, Chapter four is, people will think that I'm weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we kind of already have that going on, and that was before meditation even came around to us.
It is about I think if you're going to read one chapter and you've got like one hang up about this, it's it's a this one is a great chapter to read because it really does get into why this hippy dippy stuff works.
So I should read chapter 4.
Read chapter four. Read chapter. It's entertaining. So they stop off and they talk to a senator who does this as a practice and tells people that he does this as a practice, has tried to incorporate it into schools and with programs that he's doing. And he's like, yeah, I mean, if you tell people that you're a Buddhist, or you tell people that you're, this transcendental meditation person or whatever, he's like, yeah, they kind of give you a little bit of a side eye. But if you tell them what you're trying to do is improve your mental wellness, he's like, then it's a lot more acceptable. And if you talk about what the benefits are, like, you're trying to, be less reactive, you're trying to manage your emotions, then you're not a hippy dippy yogi guru kind
Yogi.
of person. You're just someone who's trying to take care of their brain and overall be a better, more effective, happier. slightly 10% happier, if you will,
10%.
person. They talk to him, and then they also go to one of the military academies, and I can't remember which one, but like the ultimate high stress environment. Like
Yeah.
they put those kids through it. I mean, I read a book about West Point years ago, and I was like, holy shit,
Hey.
we we will win every goddamn war. Holy moly. Wow. Eh, right. So like those kids are going through it, and they give them the opportunity to participate in some meditation. And the ones that I think they take a class, the ones that do participate are like, yes, I'm better, I'm more centered, I'm less susceptible to the stress, I'm less susceptible to outside influences, I'm more aware of who I am and what I'm doing. And they're like, we think that that gives us an edge, and you can think what you want, others,
Yeah.
but I will bask in the blood of my enemies, literally.
Do you bask in blood?
A bath. um yeah,
Bathe
I
in
mean,
blood? Bask? What does the word bask mean?
think of sunbathing. I'm basking.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, so you're
I feel
kind
like
of you're kind of basking. You could
basking in the
bask.
blood would be kind of gross.
No, I
I
would
guess,
do
I
it.
mean,
I mean, anytime I'm using the blood of my enemies as a skincare treatment, it's probably not
you'll
that
do
great.
anything.
Right.
You'll do anything for other people's blood.
Right.
This is weird.
I listened to that
Is it
episode. It was pretty
the
aggressive.
it really was. The blood of your enemies, is it as good for the skin as snail mucus?
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking, and this is where I came up with the blood of my enemies as a skin
Yeah.
treatment. At one of our conferences, like the salespeople all had and the boy salespeople all had beautiful skin,
Mhm.
and I was like, and then like the one guy just popped off with the most like off the rails kind of shit, and I was like, oh, it's probably because he
Oh.
just baths in the blood of his enemies. That's why his skin looks so great. I was like, that's
Logic. Logic.
super aggressive, right? Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where I got it. But yeah, I mean, literally, there. He's like, I feel better. I do better. I am better. Like this is a worthwhile pursuit, even though it is hard and it's challenging, and you have to spend some time looking at yourself, which is what people find very challenging. And I think what I took away from that part of it is this isn't a soft skill. Like this is a hard skill, and
Mhm.
because it's a hard skill is how you get the benefit from it. So even though it appears like you're doing nothing, you are really looking at your life and how you're approaching things, and really kind of when you're doing this, it is more about being able to do the thing where you have the two voices, and you can convince the one voice that, hey, you can say all the negative shit that you want, but I mean, brain voice, can once again suck my dick.
Yeah.
And giving yourself the mental fortitude to do that, I think is going to be the difference. And that is not soft or weak or anything. It is hard and
Super.
challenging. Um, I will give you one quick story example from my life this week. Trying to do some hard stuff at work, and there are parts of my new job that I am, you know, successful at, and there are parts where I need help. And I don't need help because I'm an idiot. I need help because these are things that need to be done collaboratively. So a group of people at work sat me down this week, and they were like, hello, um, we are your friends, and we are here to help you. And I
Is
was
it an
like,
intervention?
kind of like it felt like that. Um, but they're trying to be just like so super sensitive about it, right? They're like, I don't want to step on your toes. I'm like, okay, cool. Um, we we think you need help. And I was like, okay, I don't do drugs. So just to, just to be clear, just the ones I'm prescribed are the only ones that I'm actually taking. And even that, I get real anxious about it. Um, there, but I mean, there was an opportunity there for me to be like, no thanks, I'll do it my
Yeah,
goddamn self, or be like, okay, yeah, this stuff does need nudge. This is going to make this organization better and more likely to succeed if we all do this. And if they help me, we're going to be able to do it in an hour and 20 minutes, and we'll be done. And that's exactly what happened. But because we're meditating, I was able to say, thank you, I would really appreciate your help, and it didn't hurt me as a person. Like I didn't have to then come back to my room and cry because these guys think I'm a failure.
that's a big
Where
deal.
maybe a year ago I would have been like, well, they only did it because they think I'm an idiot and I can't do anything. And why can't I do anything? And I would have just spiraled. So maybe those thoughts like ran through my brain and I was like, hey, I see you. God bless you. Here's the door. Like,
You
it's
were,
not that the thoughts aren't there. It's not that I
yeah,
wasn't like, what did I do wrong? What? But
yeah.
being able to look at that and be like, like, is that really what you want to focus on, or do you want to get the work done? I'm like, I want to get the work done.
I think that's one of the biggest things that meditation has done for me. The development of that stimulus reaction,
Yeah.
whatever fucking words you want to use for that. But controlling your reaction and just being able to take a minute and acknowledge the voice in your head, acknowledge your brain voice,
Hmm.
and challenge it. Like that, I think that's the biggest thing because my brain voice is a fucking liar.
Right.
Like my brain voice is a great storyteller too, which is why I really want to get an implant in there to record my brain voice. If somebody could figure out how to do that,
Oh my God.
I volunteer to be a tribute of the brain implant because I want to actually record my brain
Ah,
voice.
ah,
Um, but yeah, so but that's a big deal is to be able to challenge it. Like exactly what you said. Like those thoughts aren't going to go away. They're there. That's who you are. That's who we are as human beings. This is what happens in our brains. But we do have the ability to say, is that true? Like that's one of the first things I learned how to do with my brain voice is to question it and say, is that true?
right,
And more often than not, in fact, like all the time, the answer is
right,
no, you fucking idiot. That is not true. That
right.
you are just making shit up. And now you're making yourself feel bad. So let's go ahead and reevaluate and let's go ahead and think of it a different way.
Yeah, that's enough of that. There are times where I will thank the brain voice. Oh, thank you, brain voice. It is 3:30 in the morning. I don't think we need to go over um, shit that didn't get done today because I'm in bed. Give
Yeah.
me an hour, and then we can do that for like the next 12 hours. Go back to sleep.
Go back to
And
sleeping.
that never
You're
it
good at thanking your brain voice. I'm normally just telling it to fuck off.
it's isn't it ironic that I will thank my brain voice and then want to, drink
Bathe
the
in
blood
the
of my
blood of your
enemies.
enemies. Bask in the blood of your enemies. But thank you, brain voice, for torturing
Thank
me.
you,
I
brain voice.
appreciate it.
It's
Hey,
very nice.
enemies, give me your blood.
Look out. I think another positive step that I can point to that is a direct result of me being more mindful about what's happening in my brain. Um, Somebody on a call yesterday was just mean to somebody else, like short with them, and we're trying to do something that's important. And my natural reaction is just to be very quiet and be like, oh, but yeah, I had a little bit of testicles the other day or yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Blood of my enemies. If I'm gonna drink the blood of my enemies, I better sack up a little bit here. And I was like, why don't we do this instead? And it wasn't a direct confrontation because it hardly ever has to be for me, but
Yeah,
it was I see what you're doing, and we're not going to do that
we're not. We're not playing that game.
kind of moment. I was like,
Not
no,
playing that game. I
completely changed the direction of the call, by the way.
which is huge.
I mean, for yeah, and it took what was a tense situation, and I didn't have to be like there was no stabbing involved. It was more of
Yeah.
a why don't we just change the direction of this?
It was a gentle pivot.
Yes, it felt good. That's what I mean by
Um,
drink the blood of my enemies. Gentle pivot.
gentle pivot. I
Anyway, carry on.
I want to talk about we talk a lot about we celebrate the good things we do as we should, but I want to talk about how I have failed.
Oh, yes, let's do that. This is great. I've had nothing but success this week,
Yeah,
except for that credit score, except for that credit score
yeah.
thing. Like other
But
than
that's
that,
I mean that's not really like how
it
you're
makes me
dealing with
it
that
makes
is
me a
actually
terrible person.
successful. No, how you cuz how you're dealing with it and your self-compassion about it
Right,
is what is the success of that.
right.
Um you fucking idiot. Um
Terrible person. The
I am failing on the front of rage.
oh, oh, you're literally drinking the blood of your enemies. Tell me.
Not really. Like, I just am
Are you just
so
angry?
highly irritable. Like, Sunday, I got so mad at the vacuum. I threw the attachment at the wall. Like, I mean, rage. Like, so I'm not using these things that we've learned in a better way. Like I need to increase my ability to stop in that moment. Like, and not just when I'm like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and meditate. Like these are moments where I need to really do a better job. And I've just noticed them increasing recently. I was slightly rageful, not slightly rageful, but I was short with my kid and not super, he's shitty to me all the time because he's 16
Right.
and I was kind of
Yeah, no,
shitty to
it's
him.
yeah,
And
it's okay.
then he was like kind of threw shitty back at me because I was shitty to him. And I was like, there, that's good. Now you get to see what it's like to be treated like a piece of shit.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 16. Like,
And so I went into his room. I was like, hey, that was uncalled for. And you should
sorry
fucking
about
be sorry. No, I said, hey, that was uncalled for on my part. I'm sorry. I was a
I'm
little bit
sorry.
frustrated. Uh, I
What?
I apologize. I should not react like that.
I mean, that's the difference.
So, yeah, I just need to be able to pull it together a little bit quicker than after the fact, which in the past I have been able to do. But
I
I
mean,
can say that my daily-ish meditation has
it,
not spiraled, but I haven't been doing enough meditation. And um, yeah, I'm just mad at a lot of things very quickly.
but just being able to have that conversation, this conversation, I think that that's the way this always goes. Like, there's always stuff that we can get better at. Like, it's never ending because, I will tell you, I do not feel like an enlightened Buddha. Like this morning, I opened up my I opened up my email and there are 875 unread emails because I had the nerve to focus on one thing yesterday.
Yeah.
So there are just a shit ton of things that are sitting there, and my immediate response was, why can't you get your shit together? Like, my immediate response is so hypercritical. Um,
Hmm.
and my brain voice was like, well, if you would have stayed up last night and done the work, then you wouldn't be in this position. And I was like, yeah, that doesn't make any sense either, brain voice, because
Fuck
now I
off.
would just be really tired and I have a whole day to get through. And it is so funny because I gave Olivia that advice last night because she's kind of going through it. Junior year is hard. Like, I don't know if you remember which junior year for you, but it's hard.
I didn't really like, I mean, the first couple of years were literally just like for fun. I will remind everybody, I failed fucking aerobics and I played soccer my freshman year of college. Like they paid me to play soccer. And I got a D in American music. That's what it was. I got a D in American
American
music.
music.
Yeah, I got a D in American music. So that pretty much describes my first 2 years of college. Then I took a little break, and then by the time I went back, I was 22.
Laser focused.
Yeah, so it was like a whole different world for me. Anyway,
Yes.
that was my
Junior,
college
junior,
experience was not normal, is what I'm
a
saying.
little a little disjointed. Also, I was trying to explain something to Olivia because she's stressing, and I was like, listen, there is no timetable for any of this. She's applying for internships, and she's like, I don't have time to apply for the internships because I have class and I have lacrosse and I'm trying to get this Japan trip together. She's like, I don't have time for any of this. And I was like, you will find in your life that you will never have time. Like
Mhm.
there is not enough of it. There never is. There's only 24 in a day, and you should spend like at least six of them sleeping. Um,
And every step of your life, you look back on the former part of your life and go,
and be like, I had
how was
so
I
much
that
time.
busy? Like I can remember saying to people, "Oh my god, I'm so busy."
So
This was
busy.
prior to
So
marriage
busy.
and baby. Like,
What was I
no,
doing?
I was
Yeah,
watching the Food Network. That's what I was doing. Like,
I was
what the fuck?
busy because I had to run my tape back to Blockbuster, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
To
Anyway,
stop off and get a 5 gallon soda.
right
Um,
that I'm going to spill on myself. It's fine.
looking at Olivia, I'm like, there's no timetable. Like nothing says that you have to be done with 4 years of school in four years, and nothing says that you can't do internships after you graduate. Like the internships will be there, and you can apply to them whenever you feel like that's right. I'm like, there is no 100% recipe for success. Because if you look at what a fuck up I was all through college, and I'm not saying that I got bad grades, but I was such a shithead. There were very different segments of people because there always are in college situations,
Mhm.
right? There's the Gene Montgomery, love you, Gene. Like Jean's president of student board of governors, and she's got this impressive resume. She's got like ties with all of her economics and accounting teachers, and then there's the people who are like, oh yeah, my dad's a senator, so I have like an internship at the White House, and I'm like, um, I worked at Cinnabon. I worked at Sandcastle this summer. Like all the way through, I just felt like I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it right. And then looking back at the people the colleges invite back to talk, it's always those people who have always, always, always done it right. And, eh, there's no one path to success. And I would argue that I am probably fairly successful at this point. Um, and that I did that because of all of the things that happened before. I was able to be successful, which included taking a year off between college and graduate school to ride the bus to Pittsburgh every day
Yeah.
with a guy who smelled like cheese.
Ooh, not even good cheese, I bet. But
Now,
I'm going to interrupt real quick because the thing you just said, I'm not doing it right. I actually just wrote one of my blog posts last night, and it
nice.
was about the comparison trap. It's about
Yeah.
getting stuck in comparing yourself to other people and comparing yourself to people who are not on the same path as yours. And
Hmm.
remember what we're seeing on the out, like there's a lot of points in this whole thing, but
Yeah.
to remember that we each have our own path, and there is no, well, look at them doing all the things. So that means I'm not doing things right. Like I'm doing it
Yeah.
wrong. In whose mind are
Right.
you doing it wrong? Like whose timetable are you on? Like what are you doing in this season of your life is what you need to focus on, not other people's. And then you also have to understand that when you see the other people, again, you don't know what's going on in their lives. You don't know what they've been through, what challenges they've had to overcome to get to there. The
I,
majority of the people that we're
yeah.
looking at online and wherever else, whoever we're comparing ourselves to, they have had their own things to overcome. And we don't get to see that. And we automatically think that things are just a breeze for them. And then we get into that comparison trap of, oh, look how successful they are. And I'm working at Cinnabon.
Right, right. I remember, oh, poor, oh, poor 22-year-old Christine. It's okay. You're all right.
Yeah.
Like things are going to turn out just fine. And,
Yeah.
surprisingly, they generally do. Do the things that are important to you. Do the things that are important to you, and the rest will kind of take care of itself. Like,
Yep.
will the will the prom queen, student board of governors president, will those people have an easier path? Like, sure, maybe, but life is nothing if not unpredictable.
Yeah, that's
So,
the only way you're going to go through it. And I mean, yeah, you just have to understand that you're not seeing the whole story when you look at other people as well.
right.
Um,
And you have to, like, if you want to be happy and if you want to be fulfilled, satisfied, maybe happy isn't the thing to strive for, but if you want to be content, maybe is better, then you have to
10%
be
happier.
you have to be okay with you. Like you have to be okay with what you're doing and constantly comparing yourself to other people you see because it there are very few good things that could come from it.
Yeah, learning from someone, looking at
Yeah,
someone and going, "Oh, wow, I see what like I want to kind of do that thing or whatever."
right.
And talking to that person and taking lesson from that person is a whole different situation than sitting back and being like, "Wow,
I'm so
how the
jealous. I
fuck did they get
That's
there?"
just so not fair. Right.
Right.
There's a very little benefit or a bonus to negatively comparing yourself to somebody else. A lot of how I am getting through current times is asking myself if this is helping. What helps me is understanding my next move. Like,
Mhm.
what do I got to do? What do I have to do to sharpen the sword so that I can more easily drink the blood of my enemies?
And that will bring us to a close.
Yes. Yes. All right, you guys, be kind to yourselves. That's what I'm going to say. Just be nice. Be
Yeah,
nice.
be nice to yourself first and foremost, and maybe show a little bit of love to other people. And
Oh,
remember, comparing yourself to everyone else isn't going to get you very far. It's not going to help a lot at all. And hold on, she's got another thought.
I have one more thing. You should talk to yourself like Snoop talks to the Olympians.
Mm,
I don't know if you saw any of Snoop's little tweets or
I
shout outs
didn't.
to the Olympians, but there was one girl who fell down, and I think she was a short track speed skater, which is the roller derby of the Winter Olympics.
Okay.
And he was like, listen, you're not defined by a single moment. You're not defined by a single performance. You are an animal. You are a beast. He's like, you get out there and skate and find your joy. And I was like, why is Snoop Dogg my
Right.
guru? Why is Snoop Dogg my guru?
Because he's
Why?
Snoop. It's just the
I
way he
mean,
is.
treat yourself like Snoop Dogg talks to these athletes.
I feel like it's good advice. Good advice.
Amen.
All right,
Namaste,
folks.
namaste, Sarah.
Namaste. Drink the blood of your enemies. Love you. Bye.
Namaste. Ah.